Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Potato Strong, back on Brothers Tale of Two Sons. Right now, you're gonna give my review on Brothers Tale of Two Sons. So let's talk about the game summary first. So the game summary, you play as two brothers, a big brother and a small brother. The little brother has got guilt and a bit of depression over he lost his mother from drowning, which sometimes he blames for himself for her death, and he's come the fear of water. So when he was paying respects to his mother, the big brother comes over and tells him that his their father is extremely ill. We don't know what the illness is, but it looks like a very serious one. So the doctor tells the two brothers that they must go on an adventure to go to a certain tree which has a some type of healing water that can heal their father from whatever he's been affected by. So so they go on a very long journey to find the river, to find this whole this healing water and cure their father. So that's the summary. So what's the gameplay? Well, the gameplay is a puzzle game where you must control the two brothers. You control the big brother with your left thumbstick with the left trigger to make him do actions, and then the little brother is controlled by the right thumbstick and use the right toggle stick, sorry, and the right trigger to do his commands, and you have to work out in the puzzle which brother is best using for what scenarios. So, for example, the big brother can be used to lift up heavy items that the little brother can't, or like pull the heavy levers or push things, etc. And so, whereas a little brother, he can crawl through and squeeze in small spaces, and he can help the little brother to get to certain places. Or some scenarios where you have to use both of them to get through a puzzle. So sometimes you do have to use both of them at the same time. So yeah, so let's get into it. The gameplay I think is fantastic. It's really cleverly done. Like I said, in the left toggle stick and the left bumper being the left trigger being the little brother, and the little brother being the right toggle stick and the right trigger. So you really had to get your head around it. So when you first start playing, you start going, "Whoa, I'm getting confused here." But as soon as you starting to get used to the controls, then and master, then you will have no problem, and you would get into it. There will be some moments where you go "Ooh, which one? Oh, I've got my brother, so I need to stop hitting control the other brother." And you need to work out which trigger you need to let go to let a brother to say you're climbing up walls or something, that you need to um work out which trigger to let go, because there's some moments where you can let one brother climb and then the other brother you find that easier, or sometimes but you have to do both together to really work out which trigger to let go and stuff like that with the right brother. Because if you sometimes let go of the wrong trigger, you can accidentally kill one of the brothers. So and there's a section where you're on the swinging rope at the castle. You have to really be really smart and clever, and work out which trigger you need to let go for the right brother, him swing and then grab. So it's really working on your brain with your hand coordination between the left side and the right side, which is very clever. So it helps you to improve your left and right hand in coordination and stuff like that, which is really clever. Um, so the gameplay is, if you die, the brothers don't die a painful death or anything like that. You just see one of the brothers get hurt, and then like it'll just cut to a black screen and go to the checkpoint system where you are. Uh, Difficulty, and some puzzles can be really easy, and some puzzles can be quite hard. Some might you spend a few seconds on, and then some you might spend a few minutes. Some of them you might try to work out like how do I work this one out with the controls. So there are sections like there's some easy, medium, and hard puzzles, but once you really get your head around to it, you can easily go through it. But if you've already completed this game and complete the puzzles, you can swiftly do it easily. So let's go into straight into the positive. The positives, and the graphics look fantastic. Like the scenery of the outside is just beautiful. The whole area so believable, and it's like really nice and everything. And there's moments where you can sit on the bench and you can like have a nice. The camera widens out and you have a nice, lovely view of like the area that you're in. I thought that was really nice. So 10 out of 10 for the graphics, and the characters are really believable. Everyone you meet. Another positive is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is 10 out of 10. The music is really beautiful. So I think that the people behind the soundtrack and the music did a fantastic job, because it really fits in nicely with the settings that you're in. When it's a sad moment, nice sad music. When it's in danger, you have a good danger music. So it was a really spot on. The music was spot on, set the emotions right. Another part of the characters are really good. In this game, the characters don't speak English at all, but only a tiny bit. There's some parts you can work out that's English and some are not. But it's excuse me, it's a made-up language. But with the excellent models of the characters and using their body language, you can clearly understand what's going on in the situations. So even though you got no clue what they're saying to them, but judging by their body language and facial expressions, and all that stuff, you can tell what the situation is going on. So not once do you ever feel confused, like okay, what is happening here? And the way they point and stuff like that, and using the environment to you understand what the scenery is going. Another positive thing I like is I like how the brothers like interact with the environment and with other people. So you can see like you can like learn a little bit of their personality. So the little brother's a bit of a joker. He likes to play pranks and stuff like that. The big brother like is not that quite mature. So and it's nice to see like their personality through what it depends what they interact with. I think is like really good. Another positive thing is if you start feeling lost, you don't know where to go. If you press the left trigger on the big bullet, he will point to where you need to go. So I thought that was like really good. So you ever feel lost, the big brother has the gameplay mechanic to tell you, points to where you need to go. But in this game, it never feels like you never feel lost where you're going. You can work out which way you need to go. So not once do you ever feel lost. Positive, I think the story is fantastic. It tells a really, really good story, and you really believe in their adventure, and you like feel sorry for the little brother and the big brother, you know, losing their mother, and then about to lose their father soon if they do not get this healing water, this healing water in time. And I think the ending was really, really good. Spoilers here. Now we're going to spoilers. Sadly, during the adventure, the big brother does die. In the story. He was killed by a woman who can turn into a spider, and she kills the big brother by tricking him and all that stuff. And so the little brother loses the big brother, and it was up to him to take the healing water to his father, and he had to mature up and believe like his brother's spirit's there with him to help him to get to to get to them. So it does end on like sort of a happy and sadness. So yeah, and you have a really lovely pet creature as well, who is a sort of an owl griffin. I like it. There's so much mythology into this. You know, you got a bit of like giants, and you got a bit of like trolls, and you've got like some mythical creatures in there, which is really nice to see. So it's a big, massive mythical world that you are a part of. So I think that was a really nice. So let's so more pause. Well, that's what it is. It's like a really more positive game. Negatives. I think the game could have maybe could go a bit longer. The game is sadly a very short one, even though it's brilliant to go for it, but it is quite short. If you're quite speedrunner, you complete this game probably in 2 hours or maybe 3 hours. So it's not a very long game, I'm afraid, but it doesn't obviously downgrade it at all. It does make it really good. Some of the puzzles can be quite easy as well. Some of them are not quite that challenging. You know, when you do get to the challenging ones, you do struggle. But and I think they could have hardened up the puzzles. There is no easy, medium, hard mode, anything like that. I would have liked them if you put like an easy, medium, hard mode and see like maybe the puzzles could have got hard, like on hard modes. Maybe the puzzles could have been harder or something like that. On easy mode, like easy mode, like the stuff like that. Another thing I think they could have added. I think they could have added maybe a time limit, you know, to quickly how long you've got to maybe rescue the father. I think that could have been maybe added a bit of a challenge as well. Maybe not on easy mode because the game is quite short. So maybe they could have like maybe you have a certain amount of hours or something like that. You had to complete the game, or the father dies or poisoned, and then maybe you could have got maybe a different ending or something like that. Or that's how I feel a little. But there's not really not big massive negatives. There's nothing in this game that frustrates you unless you don't get used to the controls maybe. But not once I didn't find this game frustrating. I thought I really enjoyed it. So yeah, is this game worth buying and worth giving a go? Yes, this game is definitely worth buying, and it's definitely worth having a go. You would definitely really enjoy this adventure, and you will grow the likability of the two brothers, and you're learning their personality and stuff like that. So my rating for this game, with massive positives and only like negatives, but doesn't really hurt the game, I say this game is a 10 out of 10. I'm giving this game a 10 out of 10, and it deserves my Protector Strong. Definitely must buy strong material to buy. Yeah. So has been Protector Strong reviewing Brothers Tales of Two Sons. Thanks to anyone who came on to watch me play this wonderful game, and will ever be back on this game? Yeah, maybe, if I want to enjoy this adventure again. And this is the second time I have done this adventure as well, and still incredibly enjoyed it. So yeah, so this has been Protector Strong reviewing Brothers Tales of Two Sons, and I'll see you all next time.